Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. So today we have another plush review, and I'm going to be reviewing the Oricorio Poké Doll. So Oricorio is one of the new 7th generation Pokemon, and it is one of the bird Pokemon in the Alolan region. And it is a special Pokemon because it can change forms into one of four forms based on the flowers in each of the 4 islands. So today we're going to have a special review, because I saw these plushes, these Poké Dolls, come out in Pokemon Center, and I just had to have them. So not only do we have Oricorio Baile style here, but we also have Sensu, and we have Pow, and lastly we also have Pom-Pom style. And we're going to review them all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Okay guys, so for this review we're going to go in order from the islands that we visit in Sun and Moon. So we're going to start with Melemele Island, and that is home to the Pom-Pom style. So we're going to look at Pom-Pom style first. So let's go ahead and read the Pokedex entry from Pokemon Sun. This Oricorio has sipped bright yellow nectar. Its bright, cheerful dance melts the heart of its enemies. So there is the Pom-Pom style. So let's go ahead and take a look at the plush. So we're going to take a 360 degree view here. Here is the front. And now we move over to the side view. You can see the pom-poms right here. And then the back. And then the left side. And here is the tail tag right here. It's a new tail tag. I hadn't seen these yet. So that is the pom-pom style of Oricorio. And let's go ahead and take a look at the details. So the first thing that I want to mention is that because I normally review Poke plushes on this channel, Pokemon dolls are a little different. The reason why I review Pokemon plushes more is because I usually prefer those. But I got so excited that I finally saw an Oricorio doll or plush that I decided I needed to have the Poke doll. And so the Poke doll is a little different from Poke plushes, as you may or may not know. The Poke doll focuses more on the details of the face, and it's not necessarily proportional to the rest of the body. If you want another comparison, just take a look at Throhbert, and he doesn't have the exact proportions of a real Throh, but all the important features are there. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at Oricorio. So we have the eyes, very nicely done. And I like this beak, and the feathers right here, the pattern right here, actually looks a little bit like a mouth. It looks like he's smiling, and this is a nose, but this is really the beak, and this is a pattern on the chest. And I really like those details. I think they captured them pretty well. And here's the feathers on the ears. The color here is colored into them, so it's not painted over or anything. And we have on the side, we have these pom-poms, which are really fluffy. That's pretty nice, since it's one of Oricorio's main features. It's good that they showcased them here on the Poké Doll. So there's the other one. And then we have the feet. I like the way the feet are done. So they're really small feet, and they have some fluffiness right here. So I think that's pretty nice. And overall, I really like the color. And this is Oricorio doing the stand test. And it's pretty easy to stand them up. So I really enjoy this Poké Doll. So this has been the Oricorio Poké Doll Pom-Pom style. Alright, next up we have the Pow style from Akala Island. And let's go ahead and read the Pokedex entry for Pokemon Moon. This Oricorio has sipped pink nectar. Its enemies' hearts melt at the sight of its gently swaying hips. So this is the Oricorio that we find on Akala Island, and it has the Psychic type. So it's a Psychic and Flying. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Poké Doll. And we'll go ahead and do the 360 degree view first. So here is the front, and here is side 1. Here we go, there's side 2. You see the wing right here. And there is side 3. So there's a lot of details to look at with this plush. Oh, and here's the tail tag. So there it is. That's Oricorio Pow style. Pow! Alright, so let's take a look at the details. So take a look at the face right here, one of the focuses of the Poké doll, and the eyes. It looks like they did a pretty good job of capturing the eyes for Oricorio. And let's look at the head. So all the Oricorio forms have a couple of special features. Each form has their own head feathers and their own wings. So those, it makes sense for those to be featured pretty heavily on the Poké dolls. So let's take a look at the head feathers here. So we have that's cut a little bit, a little rough here on the edges, but that's pretty cool. We have these feathers right here. They're structured very nicely. You can see the pink head right here. You can turn it around and you see the head feathers continue all the way. This is exactly in the back. You have the seams right here. And on the wings, so the POW Style's wings are not as elaborate as the other Oricorio forms. It's just a couple of feathers right here at the end. And you can see it on here too. The wings are pretty small. And then finally in the bottom you have the skirt, the feather skirt. And it's kind of like in the top, the belt right here is a little rough, but it's still pretty good. And you can see that it goes all the way around, and the back's a little rough right here. I think it was just mine. It's a little rough right there, but it goes all the way in the back. And there we go. So I love the design of this plush. And this plush, because of the way the features are, it actually is very similar to probably what a Poké plush would look like for this Pokemon. So I think I like that a lot, because as you know me, I like the details to be accurate, and I like the proportions to be accurate too. So there it is, and this has been the POW style for Oricorio. Alright, next up we have the Baile style from Ula Ula Island. So it's the third Oricorio form, and this is a fire and flying type. So let's take a look at the Ultra Sun Pokedex entry for this one. It wins the hearts of its enemies with its passionate dance, and then uses the opening it creates to burn them up with blazing flames. Man, to me it really sounds like Oricorio took a page out of Throhbert's playbook for this one. But let's take a look at the Poké doll. So let's do the 360-degree view. Here is the front view. And you can see the wings and the patterns right there. And you go, there's the side. And we can go on the back. You can see the white feathers right here. And the tail. I think this is maybe the only one that has the tail. I think Sensu has it too, but definitely this one has it. And then we have the other side right here. And lastly, there is the tail tag for Baile style. So I like for the details of this Poké doll. I really like it looks just like one of those Latin dancers more than the Hawaiian dancers. And I think it's just because of the way that his or her wings are whoosh, whoosh. I don't know if that's a good enough explanation. But looking at the details, I think because of the way they did the details on these wings, and the wings are pretty solid too, because of these wings, I think this is my favorite Oricorio form of the Poké dolls. And because the wings are just so well done, I like them a lot. And just like the others, I like the eyes. I think the details were captured pretty well. And then the beak right here. The head feathers, you can see them better here in the back. You have the white feathers right here. And then I like the tail feathers here, just like the wings. I like the details here a lot. And lastly, you have the feet, the little feet from the Poké doll. So I think this is a really cool Poké doll. And yeah, because of the wings, I think this is my favorite out of the four. So there we have it. This has been Oricorio Baile style. Alright guys, so we are on the last of the Oricorio forms. This is Pony Island's Oricorio, the Sensu style. And for this one, I'm actually going to read all 4 Pokedex entries for this Pokemon because prior to preparing for this video, I never actually paid attention to this form's Pokedex entries, and actually after reading them, this Pokemon freaks me out. So let's go ahead and read all 4. So from Sun, this Oricorio has sipped purple nectar. Its elegant, attractive dance will send the minds and hearts of its enemies to another world. So, aka, it kills people by dancing. So Pokemon Moon. It summons the dead with its dreamy dancing. From their malice, it draws power to which it curses its enemies. So, in other words, this Pokemon will summon the dead with its dancing, and it uses their anger and their hatred to curse you. So that doesn't freak you out. I don't know what will. The next one, for Ultra Sun, it charms its opponents with its refined dancing. When they let their guard down, it places a curse on them that will bring on their demise. So basically, another Pokemon that took its playbook from Throhbert. It waits till you let your guard down, and then it curses you so that you'll die. And lastly, this Oricorio has sipped purple nectar. Some dancers use its graceful, elegant dancing as inspiration. And this part I have to ask, are they using just the dance moves as inspiration? Or are they using all the killing and summoning the dead parts as inspiration? Because I really hope it's the former. And so anyways, those are the Pokédex entries. And even though it does freak me out a bit, it doesn't change the fact that I think this is an awesome Pokemon. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Pokédoll. So let's do a 360-degree view. Here is the front. You can see the head feathers and the 2 wings right up front here. And here we go on the side. And here in the back, you can see the feathers in the back. There's a second tail. And there we go, and there's the other side right here. And lastly, we have the tail tag for Sensu style. So looking at the details for this Pokemon, let's take a look first at the head feathers. Now I think these head feathers are pretty cool, and I think out of all the head feathers, I like this one the best. Look at the color in here, and all these are colored in, so there's no stickers or anything like that, or any silk screen. It's just it's all colored fur right here. So that's pretty cool. I like the details on the head feathers. And you can see them in the back too. So the details appear on both the front and back. I like the way the eyes are done. I like the blue right here to go near the eyes. And I like the beak. I always wondered why Oricorio Sensu style looked a bit sad, but I guess maybe he looks like he wants to kill everybody. But I don't know. I'm not going to question it anymore. So here are the wings. So I like the color here on the wings. On this part of the wings here, I wish it was a little bigger. A little bigger than like to match the real Oricorio. I know that the Pokédoll doesn't focus on all the proportions to be exactly the same, but because the wings are one of Oricorio's focuses, I wish that this part of the wing would be a little bigger. But it's still very nice. Here we go. So look at the tail feathers. So I like you can see the tail feathers on both sides, which is pretty cool. And here are the feet. I like the way they did the feet here. They're pretty cute. So here it is. And let's put them down. This one has a little bit of trouble standing up. So he could fail the stand test sometimes. But for the most part, you can stand him up pretty well. So this has been the Sensu style of Oricorio. Well guys, there you have it. This has been all 4 forms of the Pokédolls for Oricorio. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, but more importantly, which Oricorio form is your favorite? I made my choice, now you have to make yours. Let me know in the comments section below. If you are interested in an Oricorio Pokédoll, I'll have links to Pokemon Center in the description below. Check out my review of Nendoroid Red, or see how Throhbert answers his fan mail. Links for those videos are also in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.